This is Mario once again with MIA Microflight, and this is the two trees Blue R Plus 5 machine that I've been printing quite a bit here lately since I got the machine. But today I was printing this little toy airplane, and I started noticing a smell coming out of this machine here. I didn't see any smoke or anything, but I did smell what smelled like when you burn up a pot. When you're cooking something and the pot starts overheating, and you get that smell. So my first thought was that something's not right here. So I touched the base here, and it was quite a bit hot here than the 60-degree setting that typically allows you to just hold your hand over the area. You know, you can feel the warmth of the plate, but it's not hot. And so when I touched that, it wasn't burning hot, but it was way above that level. I looked at my settings here, and it was still at 60 degrees. There was no increase in temperature of the bed, but I did smell that. So I decided to open up the machine, and this is a failed print because of the this would have been fine, but I lowered the heat, and that's why this is right. When I lowered the heat, this actually removed the heat from the plate, and it removed the grip, because these things need to be warm in order to grip the part for it to continue printing. And so this is why this failed. It's not a failed print by the machine, but it's because I shut off the machine. I didn't shut off the machine. I lowered the heat to 30 degrees, and I believe that it wasn't hot enough for this to hold the part. So I decided to just kill that print, and decided to open the machine because the smell was coming from this end here. And sure enough, as you can see here, the wire, that's a frayed wire here, that's a burned wire, and also this plastic part here, that is coming from the area of the hot bed, that connector's hot bed. So I wonder if the sensor that senses the heat here burnt or went bad, and it wasn't able to control the machine, so it started just building up heat, that it burned up this wire here. Luckily I stopped it in time, I guess, from preventing this from maybe getting into a worse or creating a fire. But that's what happened here. And this, like I said, is after many prints. I have never had any issues with a controller overheating or burning in such a way with my Anycubic i3 Megas. And this is not to down this company or this machine here, because these things can happen. If you have a bad sensor, or it goes bad or overheats and it decides to burn. These things can happen. But luckily I caught this in time because of the smell. I mean, my nose is very sensitive that I can detect issues when I start smelling things, and my nose is very sensitive also to electronic things burning, because I work with electronics, and I have burned some things accidentally sometimes while working on electronic things, overheating certain things. So I know that smell when it comes from a chip, or a plastic, or a wire. This smell like wires, or it's something with the wires, or like I said, a metal that was overheating. It almost smell like a pot when you put it over the stove and it starts heating the pot to the point where the water has dried up, and it starts burning the metal. So I believe that was coming from the wires here, and also a combination of this plate starting to overheat. So luckily I caught that on time. But I wanted to do this video and capture this. I am going to be sending this video to two trees, and hopefully they'll they'll address this issue here. And it's more to let two trees know that maybe they should check these machines, and just as a cautionary thing. Luckily, like I said, I caught this on time, and this did not catch on fire, because these things, and I'm not saying that this would have caught on fire, but these, when you run into issues like this, and you let it go and you don't catch it on time, there is a possibility that these things can keep overheating to the point where it's it either burns this to the point of disconnection where this is not useful anymore, the controller, or it can actually spark a flame. Because of the way these things are enclosed in this metal structure here, this metal base, I don't think a flame, even if this catches on fire inside, I don't think it has enough oxygen inside for the fire to be to expand. So it is kind of contained in that respect. You know, just some things from a logical point of view that we have to keep in mind. So that is one of the things that it's obvious, you know, upon opening this, and this controller is still on, because I haven't shut the machine totally down. But like I said, I am going to send this to Two Trees. And this is not, I mean, I've been printing some great parts here on this machine. It's been working very, very nicely until this point. Maybe the sensor got overstressed, because I have been printing here pretty much every day. But like I said, I never had those issues with my Anycubic i3 Megas. You know, at least not from a sensor, not sensing. Well, the sensors. I have had issues with the Anycubic, to be fair, with the power supplies, where the power supply has been inconsistent in maintaining the 12-volt supply. So here's a power supply from an Anycubic, the first Anycubic i3 Mega that I bought, and I replaced that recently because I was getting inconsistent temperature, not burning to the point that you see here, but I was getting inconsistent temperatures, and that was fluctuating the display. This display, however, was not reading any changes in temperature. It was maintaining the 60 degree Celsius temperature on the bed, but you know, I did get that smell, and it wasn't changing, so I manually lowered that right away to maintain you know, the temperature lowered here, and just for this print to keep going. But unfortunately, it cooled off, you know, even with the 30. So I have no doubt that it's that sensor that probably went bad. That sensor is embedded into the hot plate. So I'm going to be looking into that next. But I'm going to send this video to Two Trees and see what they recommend, and see how they handle this issue, you know, with the product. I do like the machine. My opinions from that point of view, as I have mentioned in every single video that I have made with the Two Trees machine, stands. So I'm not changing that. I really like this machine, but if they can help me address this issue and help me resolve this, I mean, I can do this myself, but I'm going to let Two Trees handle that point of view. I mean, I could easily replace that. I mean, I do have components here that I use in my shop, you know, electronic components that I could easily fix this myself. But I'm going to let them do that, because this is a thing I think that has to be addressed by the company. You know, if my product is bad, I also manufacture products, not 3D printing equipment, 3D printing equipment, but I do manufacture, you know, RC products. And if one of my products does not come through for a customer, I will gladly replace it. You know, granted, I don't manufacture electronic things; they're more mechanical. But if it's a mechanical issue that needs needs addressing, or is low in quality, I've never had issues, you know, with my products. But if that was the case, I would address it, because I think that falls under the product warranty. And it's not long that I bought this machine. I also bought another one, which is in the box right now, and I'm waiting for an Core XY machine. And I'm just hoping, having had this issue, you know, I'm hoping that those machines are don't get to this point. But you know, I'm going to be addressing this with Two Trees, and whatever I find, I will share it in a future video. So stay tuned for more on this machine. I really like the architecture. Everything else I like about the machine. This is, I believe, an issue with the sensor. Maybe they need to implement a little better sensor here, and it's a critical part, because you don't want these things, you know, getting to this point, or catching on fire, if at worst case. Anyway, this is Mario once again with MMIA Microflight. Stay tuned for more.